What's going on, people? This video is sponsored by Oxford Natural. Guys, as you know, I've been on a weight loss journey and it's been up and down. So what I've decided to do is team up with Oxford Natural. They are going to supply me with capsules, and these capsules will help me a lot. They will optimize my weight loss. They will help me with my metabolism so I have more energy during the day. It will enhance it. It will promote deep and restful sleep. At nighttime, sometimes I struggle to sleep. That's going to help me on my journey. It's just going to give me that life that I need for when I'm working out, when I'm getting about on the day. These will help me along my journey. And guys, you can get involved as well. And I am going to give you a special discount code. If you use the code Saeed TV at the checkout, link in the description below, you will get 70% on your first order. 70% off on your first order. So guys, go and check them out. Oxford Natural. I will be updating you the journeys, what I'm going through. And guys, get involved, man. This could be a new you. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. Man like flex 1-1. What are you telling me?
What's going on, man? We're one game in, and you know what?
Yeah.
There was so much discussion over a 1-1 draw. When
I know.
break it down, I've been involved in it as well. Because
Yeah.
we've not got a lot to go off, we're still really anxious to know all the answers.
I
We're still
know.
really anxious, like, why is this not working? Why didn't we win? Why is he not playing right wing back? Why is he not playing further forward? What? And it's like, when you take a second, you have to just woosah.
I know.
Just a little, just chill.
I know.
Chill.
I know.
We said 5 to 10 games. Let him
Yeah.
play his team. And you know what, Saeed? When he was talking because you know when you said watch all the different interviews, because you've got the MUTV, you've got the Pro Match Presser,
Yeah.
you've got the Sky one, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was, but he was like, one half of the players who ain't playing, they're going to train on the system. Then we have to switch them around because we got games. So then ones who get a rest, who then don't play, they then do the system and the other ones get to play. So he's telling us, like, I'm going to suss this thing out in the opening weeks, in the opening games. Games are coming fast. I don't have time on the training pitch. So I'm going to swap them in and out, basically, so they get the principles. And we're going to talk a little bit in the show about the principles and how he's getting them across. But I'm all right, man. I'm good.
I'm all right, yeah. I feel like, you know what? On the big six, I thought I was going to get cooked, but I was all right, Yeah, I cooked.
What can they say? Oh, that was brilliant. I was watching that. That was
yeah.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I mean? So
shout
it was
out
like,
Toby as well.
Yeah, shout out Toby, man. He deserved this.
You lot just gave him the floor. You lot said, right, we're going on mute. It's his time.
Yeah, man. Just like, just give him the floor and that. But
I like how you said to Steve, listen, I don't want to hear about Macclesfield away or we used to be a League 2, bro. Just take the cooking. But
zip that. Part the bus there. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie, bro. What I learned, obviously Jamie Carragher did an excellent piece of analysis on the Sky Sports here. But what I learned is that the idea is there, but the personnel ain't there. So the idea is there, and maybe the personnel might get a little bit better in terms of
because it's not just the personnel, it's the understanding isn't there as well.
Understanding just wasn't there, and it's 2 training sessions. Cool. We got a bit gassed about that 7-minute video. But I don't care.
No, but we did see it in the game, though. We did.
We did.
Don't let them rivals go. Oh, the Man United fan. I had Joel messaging me going, "Oh, when's the next 6 minutes coming out and all of this, bro? Let them do that." At the end of the day, what we saw in that 6 minutes and what our head coach guaranteed us we would see is what we saw.
Look at him. Look, he looks at the bench. Look at the manager. Look at Ruben Amorim here. Look at him. Go. So you go in here.
And when Jamie Carragher breaks down that analysis, we're doing it right. Like we're looking, like the Casemiro's like, oh, should I?
Look, he's still not quite sure, but the manager's told him go lock onto the centre midfield play.
You need a bit of encouragement from your coach, but guess what? That's what he's there for. I'd rather see that than then try and revert to type and just gaps everywhere. Oh, I ain't even trying to do that. Eriksen and Casemiro, of course they're going to feel uncomfortable being that high up the pitch. Yes, Johnny Evans going to feel isolated and worried being up that pitch because he's like, I don't do this. I stay deep. I have my right back next to me or my left back next to me, my other centre back next to me. I don't go, not even just past the halfway line. Johnny Evans was near their box, brother.
There's Johnny Evans. There's your left-sided centre back and your back 3.
Probably wondering what he's doing up there.
Exactly.
Happy to press.
Bro.
So he never does that. Casemiro's going, Yo, bro, for 11 years, 12 years of my career, 10 at Real
Yeah.
Madrid and maybe 2 here. I don't go here, you know. Are you sure you want me to go there? And
Yep.
he's going, get on your bike. And he right, all right, I'll do it. And then we win the ball back.
Yep.
Then obviously it's harder to keep that going. So 100%, bro. It's the
Mm.
profile of player because you need to get players that are comfortable and willing to do that all the time. But also it's the time with the players that we do have to go, all right, let me get used to going there.
And honestly, we got Lenny Yoro who could do that. You know what I'm saying to you? That's an advantage. Even
Leach
to a
can do
certain
that.
extent, we got Lissandro, even though he's not the quickest here, but he can at least press you a little bit more better
He's
than Johnny
aggressive.
Evans can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A bit more aggressive. It's that midfield too for me. Obviously, we've got the front bit that we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah.
But that midfield too, you need legs, bro. You need
legs.
athleticism. Like, I'm looking at our team and I'm like, flex, bro. Who's the most athletic in our team? I think it might be Ugarte, you know. Like,
No,
and
it
that's
is. It is in the middle. It is. It is. He's a high volume tackler. He wins
Yeah.
fouls. He can travel with the ball. Like that's his biggest statistics. Like in Portuguese league and Liga, if you look at his stats, he's the highest ball recoverer in both leagues when he was in respective leagues. So that's his job. Ruben Amorim, out of everyone knows, that's his job. He
That's
will
his
go
job.
high. And like you said it yesterday on red carpet. Like when he came on, saw a little bit of tenacity going after people. He needs that. Now, Kobe next to him isn't necessarily that, but in the system,
Mhm.
it's all about triggers. It's not running around constantly. It's
Constantly, yeah.
the the trigger is right to win the ball back. Because remember, he keeps saying, then I want us to have the ball. Then we don't need to be running around pressing like idiots because you got the ball.
Yep.
Only in them transitional moments of how you win it back. And as long as you can do that constantly and you're next to somebody like Ugarte who can do it for 90 minutes, then Kobe will be all right next to him, man. And we do then need to go into the market to undo Ericsson, undo Casemiro because they're not
Bro.
suited.
Like, I'm excited because I just love buying midfielders in it. Like people can go on about like strikes. For me, it's midfielders. I literally I'm like midfielders, and I'm looking at
proper ones.
Baleba. I'm looking at Edison. I'm looking at players that have just got like athleticism, and obviously they can play as well. You got to play as well. I'm looking at Reinders at AC Milan. These guys here, I'm telling you, man, that's the sort of caliber we need to look at this summer because I can't see this manager keeping a lot of these. But even Casemiro, I think he might end up leaving, in the summer. Ericsson will leave anyway. Who's left? You know what I mean? Really, as a double pivot players, you know what I mean?
No, after that, after those two go,
yeah.
Basically we got 4 for 2 positions right now. The 2 that we saw yesterday, and then Ugarte and Casemiro. Although you never know about Mason Mount, you never know about Bruno. Maybe Amorim has a trick up his sleeve because you know what I mean. You just might. But the 4 natural players for them 2 positions is the 4 we just mentioned. So Ericsson goes, so you need to get another one. Casemiro isn't quite suited to it, but has experience. But if the right offer comes in because he's on big P's, big contract, you'd accept it in it. But you're right. We need people who can not only be technically sound with the ball at their feet, comfortable, so they can retain possession better. We need athletes, or we need people who are willing to go this way from deep. And I ain't looking over their shoulder thinking, what am I going to do? Because it'll become autonomous. Casemiro's looking over his shoulder because he's going, is Johnny Evans going to be backing me up? Like, is that because this is a big gap? Like, this is foreign to me. I sit and I give the ball to Cruz and Modric, brother. I don't do this. Do you know what I mean? So he's checking because it has to be a wave as well because you can't just go and press by yourself. So it is going to be foreign to be asked to just go press high. You're going to naturally look and go, rah, brother. Is everyone on this? Yeah, not just me.
And the thing is for me, what I love about Ruben Amorim is that he noticed this in the game as well. He's telling people, push up. Yo, I want you to do that. I don't care, bro. That principle there, I want you to do it. And I rate that, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, it's like, yeah, cool. You might not be the right, you have the right characteristics for that. But bro, I have to install that within this team. If I don't, I am going to look like I'm not doing my job. And that's what he wants. He wants accountability from players, And for me, that is lit, bro. I'm like, yo, finally a manager that says, you know what? No matter what, I still will play my way. Because the other manager didn't. He said, you know what? I can't really play that way. But he's like, yo, even if you are not the right profile, you're still playing that way. Because then when the next player comes in, he knows I still demand the same thing from you. I love that, bro.
Exactly. Look at Johnny Evans, bro. Let's be honest, bless him. He was struggling out there. He was struggling out there, right? And we can't cuss him or blame him because He's 36 years of age and supposed to be just helping us out. And over the last couple of seasons, he's had to play. And two, at this stage of his career, he don't want to be going up there and doing all that. Like it's not him. So he's doing the best he can in it. But Amorim doesn't want to play him there, bro. Like that's why Luke Shaw was on
No.
in the 55th minute. Luke Shaw can do
Yeah.
that. Luke Shaw can
Yeah.
do that perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Amorim will
Perfect.
like
Yeah.
him. Martinez can do that perfectly fine. So there's your two left centre backs. They can interchange because they're a bit injury prone now. Well, Luke Shaw definitely is. And Martinez were like, yo, brother, there's a few now. There's a few. But they can manage the load together. The one in the centre will probably remain De Ligt. The good thing about for De Ligt why this is all right for him is because he is limited in like on the ball. Like, did you see it yesterday? Like all he does, but if you're the central one, all you got to do is keep feeding your left centre back and your right. So just give them the ball, keep it moving, keep it moving. Nothing special, and defend properly because you've got to defend high. You've got to engage. You've got to win that header straight away or step in. The only thing where he might become unstuck, and I really like De Ligt. I think it's a good buy. But as we progress, if he starts getting turned high, his recovery pace isn't the best. I'm not saying he's a Maguire. He's a little bit quicker than Maguire. He can shift. He's kind of in that, like, hear me out on this. Because people go, so this guy's saying he's just like Maguire.
No, I get you.
He's the Maguire mold, but a level up. Did you get that?
Yeah.
So he's big, he's good in the air, and he doesn't actually have the passing ability of Maguire, if we're all being honest.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Maguire's probably a better passer.
Better on the ball. He's a better passer than him. So, but Maguire can't be left on an island going past the halfway line like that. And I don't necessarily think that's De Ligt's game. But if the system is okay, he's protected. So I've got no problems with that. And Lenny Yoro can go high. Look what Mazraoui knew perfectly what to do. Gary Neville said it on his breakdown. He was like, when you play right centre back, you usually have to be comfortable going out wide into right back areas, which Mazraoui was, or going high that way. And that's why Mazraoui flourished, bro, because he can do both. Competent, good footballer, 100%. Man. Good footballer.
I think when you De Ligt one, he's so good at just not getting exposed in them areas. You find him almost like saying, he's not getting exposed. Like he's always one step ahead. And that his intelligence and his game reading ability is second to none. That's why there was a moment where I think it was Ayew at Leicester. Yeah, I thought, shit, he's gonna go in behind there. And he came around nicely. Said, cool.
Yeah, but he does have this. I was speaking to Kevin Hatchard about him because he knows him all the time. Yeah, watches him all the time. Yeah. He said De Ligt's got this weird thing where like he does have like a couple of clumsy moments, like just one or two. Every centre back usually does, apart from the top. Like you don't really see Van Dijk get skinned very, very rarely. Yeah. But like most good centre backs, Rio got twisted up bare times. That happens. Yeah. But like, so you see, like when Delap done him on the half turn and he was away, and De Ligt was like, shit, he couldn't get back in. He might have that one moment which sticks out, but by and large, for the whole rest of the game, he's winning his headers, he's keeping the ball movement, he's in the right place, he's clearing crosses, and he's steady. He's a steady Eddie. So I don't mind that, but we can go up gears in that department. Like
100%.
If you get a Brampthwaite, you know what I mean? If you get someone a bit quicker, listen, just because we got De Ligt, we're not going to be like, he's the savior, he has to play all the games. No, we get what the manager needs: aggression, pace. If that means De Ligt has to sit and be the second centre back, and then we get this new kid who's faster in the summer, good,
bro. Listen, the manager is, you know what the beauty of this is, that the manager right now is just playing the players what he got right now, and he might not want half of these players, bro, and that's the brutal reality. Like a lot of these players could be gone this summer because boy, he knows that maybe these players are just not good enough right now, but he's having to work with what he's got, and that's okay. Right now, he can't do a madness. He has to get on side with a lot of these players, bro. He has to give maybe a few more chances to a lot of the players that we might think, no, man, don't do this. That's going to be down to him, bro. And that's where, the only thing I would say is up front, what's your plan?
It's a problem, brother. It's a problem.
Because that one there, they have to save you. They have to be the ones
to score goals. It's all right being good defensively. We have to score goals, bro. We're the fewest goal scorers in the league.
Are we the least right now? What
we're joint on 13th, I think.
Oh,
check it. I think we're joint on 13th. But defensively, it's not the worst it can be. And now with 5 back, when we defend, we'll be all right. But you're right. This top end of the pitch is a big problem.
Big problem, bro.
I don't see that's where I think the biggest improvement has to come from.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like Dallo learning the system wing back, so Luke Shaw learning left centre back, and Yoro. I think they'll be fine with that in a few games.
Yeah.
The front three, Garnacho's transformation is just so vast. It's going to take a lot of time for that
A
to look
lot
like
of
how we want
time,
it,
bro.
if it even could.
It's yeah.
Rashford's transformation is it's his most natural place to play in this system for him to be the type of striker that Amorim wants. Look at
Yeah.
Gyökeres, bro. I know you can't click your fingers and make it Rashford Gyökeres, but that's the
I know.
type
I know.
of striker he wants. All action, can hold it up, bonks man off the ball, direct, shoot a left foot, right foot. Like
Can
that's
depend
not
on
Rashford.
himself. You know, you can actually say, you know what? I don't need to worry about him. He's going to make sure that he can sort himself out. That's what, you know, that's what strikers are basically. You can't basically babysit them. You have to be able to say, you know what? You're going to look after yourself. And that's the thing, man. And I was having a debate with Nordy yesterday, and he was saying, but look at Vinny Jr. when he started at Real Madrid, right? He was not passing the ball. He was not doing this. But I'm like, bro, like there was a certain level of talent involved. I just don't know if we have talented individuals up front. Like, and I mean talented individuals to a point now where you can rely on them week in, week out. Because
No,
we
we
haven't
can't.
been for the past 3 years. Don't get me wrong. People are going to be like, oh, but you never gave this, you know, this thing to Ten Hag and this leeway. Yeah, because we weren't even set up anyway to be attacking anyway. We literally scored less than 60 goals every year. So we weren't an attacking team. But my thing is, nobody ever said this attack is going to flourish regardless. We were always having question marks about this attack. And all of them have different problems. So Xerxes, we don't know where to put him in the system. Yeah, people can say he's a 10. Cool. But is this manager going to trust him enough to play in a 10? Højlund, brother, the guy literally had a moment to shoot. The guy passed it. Garnacho, he can't play in the 10 role, let's be honest. Then you've got Rashford, who I thought maybe put him up front, but everyone's like, no, get him out of up front. And I'm like, where do you put him then? What do we do?
Like, it's a conundrum because you've got players you've got a mixture of players up at the top end of the pitch. You've got some really experienced ones like Bruno and Rashford who are basically set in their ways, so we know what we're going to get with them in that area. You've got some inexperienced ones like Garnacho, Rasmus, and Xerxes is a little bit older, but between ability and experience, they're both kind of lacking, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got Ahmad and Mason Mount, who like are natural fits to like the left and the right 10. Really, if you look at the most natural, perfect fit for the left and right 10, you'd probably say on paper it's Ahmad on the right 10 and Mason Mount on the left 10.
Like on the left 10.
That's the perfect. You know what I mean? Like, but obviously you have to go back a couple of years for that version of Mason Mount.
I know.
So people are going to say you're crazy if you're going to play, you know, Mason Mount over Bruno right now, which I get that because of like how far off it Mason Mount is. But I think he could be built into something if he could stay fit that Amorim would like. But it's difficult because Rashford's best position, like I say, is not going to be inside 10. You don't have the technicality for that. Neither does Garnacho. And his decision making is not where it needs to be. Now he is young. He is young, Garnacho. This is his third season and only his second season being a main guy. I mean, the first season he came in, he got in trouble, didn't play for ages because of tour. He got in trouble, and then he was in and out off the bench, and it was like, oh, this kid's handy. Second season, all the senior players like Sancho, Rashford, and Anthony were so dead that Garnacho had to play all the games.
Absolutely.
He weren't ready to play all them games. And that's why we're seeing so consistently him doing things wrong because he's playing all the time when he shouldn't at this stage of his career. Unless you're unreal, which he's not unreal. He's not unreal. He's just a good talent.
You're saying that the options off the bench, like the guys like Mount, Anthony, whoever, they're just not good enough to replace him. Is that what you're trying to say, Miss?
Exactly.
That there is a problem because that means then we're literally persisting with someone because the others aren't ready enough and they're not ready to compete. That is mad, you know, when you deep it, you know.
And Xerxes, I don't know. He's not mobile enough to play. Like, he can play in a 10, but he's laboured, isn't he? He wants the ball slow, he wants it at his own pace. He ain't going to get about. He can't get about. I've seen it now. He can't. He needs the system to work for him and he time, space. I can feed, man. I got a nice touch in that, but he can't get about. So he can't give that to Amorim. So that means he can't play up front. It means he can fill in the 10 here and there, but I'm not convinced. If I'm honest, I'm not convinced, bro. I'll give him the time, but I'm not convinced.
No, bro, you know what it is? I hear you, bro. I swear down, bro. That right there is very, very sensible. But I feel like for me, I feel like there's a lot of scapegoat in Xerxes in the fact that when it's not going wrong, the first thing I see online is, yo, Xerxes rubbish.
Yeah, you can't just jump to him. The whole
Yeah,
front three's
that's what I'm
rubbish.
saying. Same way I didn't jump to Hoyland last season when we
Yeah.
were not playing well. I've just got
You
have
didn't
to
even
say,
jump to Rashford yesterday. You was defending Rashford a bit, saying,
I was
listen, it
defending
weren't
Rashford.
really his worst.
You know,
There's
his
a lot of
worst
people
game.
saying, nah, man, he didn't do nothing. He didn't run.
This is where it comes to. Now everybody, I feel like it's just frustrated in every single department. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's where it's like, how does, and this is where I don't want Amorim to be criticized, that sometimes you can't polish a turd. Sometimes you can't polish something that just isn't quite there. You're not polishing anything right now. It's just these guys, and I said it on the Big Six yesterday. Yeah, I said, bro, had we signed an experienced striker last summer, and we allow Xerxes or another Hoyland to come in as almost backup, but you're patient about that, I swear down, bro, we would not have this sort of energy.
We were saying this, weren't we, Saeed? Like, you see, when we knew Ineos was going to go for another striker, yeah, the argument became, do we go and get an experienced one to go with Hoyland? Because we already just spent big P's on a young one.
Yeah.
We need to go and get an experienced one. Or do we just go in a different direction and have two young ones and let them flourish? We chose the latter. You know what I mean? Hoyland wasn't a big outlay, like 30 million. But if in comparison, for 30 million, you're getting a Nicholas Jackson for 30 million. You know what I mean? You're getting someone who can play in this league. If you scout right, it's not necessarily about the price versus the quality. If you scout right, you can get someone who can contribute now. Nicholas Jackson's young, isn't he?
Yeah, Nicholas Jackson's young. Yeah.
Nicholas Jackson's quite young.
Yeah, he
So
is.
you know what I mean? You
No,
have to sort of say,
agree.
yeah.
But
Why we spent 34 million on Xerxes, like you said, without a plan, Saeed. We're going under Ten Hag. What on earth is this player? What's he gonna do? That was for that because he was bought for Ten Hag. Then now in Ruben's thing, you're like, he can play in them 10s. There's now 2 10s that can play, so he's got more of a chance of playing. But in this league, does he fit? Does it? Why did we spend 30 million, 34 million on this type of profile? Do you know what I mean? Why? Why have we done that?
This is what I'm trying to say, bro.
And that was Ineos.
That was Ineos. Listen, that's not Ineos, bro. Obviously, the one Hoyland was obviously on the Glazers because I don't think Ineos.
Yeah, that was on them. No, that wasn't Ineos.
But then who in that summer would you? Do you reckon we should have broke the bank then for Harry Kane last summer? Last summer.
I mean, look, with how we've been in the striker position from investing 74 million with all the add-ons, I think it is total once he gets there. But let's just say we've agreed to a total package of 74, but it's a little bit less, 65. So
yeah.
By spending 65 on him and then going to spend 34, 35 on Xerxes, 60, 70, 80, 90. That's basically 100 million. So the question and we haven't been any better off. We're the lowest scorers in the league. So from the evidence, from a decent sample size, you would have been better off paying 100 million for Harry Kane, of course, because he would have had 20 goals in both seasons by now. Fact.
Yeah. Bro, are you kidding me, bro?
Even in a shit Man United team, bro. I don't care what no one says. Even if it weren't 20, even if it was 15 both seasons in just in the Prem. Like, he's a high volume scorer. He's been in a shit team his whole life at Spurs, bro. You can't say that.
100%. He has to struggle.
He has to do everything himself. So, and then if you needed Rashford to go up front, if Harry Kane got injured here and there, we'll mix it up. Cool. But I do agree with you. With that question, you can't do it now because obviously it was a couple of years ago. But I know. In hindsight, I was there for it, bro. Break the bank, go and get him. Like, you should have.
Because if we don't get Gyökeres now, you're going to have to go get Benjamin Sesko. No. Because he's another young striker.
Or you go get
Jonathan David again. You don't. It's an unknown. This next position, bro. You must.
Strikers so hard to buy, bro. They're a commodity, bro. They're very rare. It's very rare to get one that's got bags, man. And then you're looking at Osimhen now. You're going, right, it's broken down at Napoli. He's on loan at Galatasaray. Could you get in there in the summer? Is he still that guy? Stocks falling a little bit. Boniface, I'm not having that. Shout out KG, shout out the Nigers. But
yeah, KG,
I'd rather go Osimhen. You know what I mean? It's not a foregone conclusion. It's very difficult. The Gyökeres one obviously makes the most sense because
it makes more sense.
Of course, but it makes sense for everyone. It makes sense for Arsenal. It makes sense for bloody, I don't know, Liverpool if they want anyone. You know what I mean? He's a good player. He's a good player.
Obviously, just before we kind of go, in terms of Bodo Glimt, who apparently are a good football team, and Everton, please just get me 2 wins before Arsenal.
Get 2 wins. We have to, bro. Because I'm telling you now, brother, I know we've got a system and an idea, but Arsenal, we must pray. We must pray, brother. We must pray just to come out unscathed, maybe nick a draw, or if you do lose, it's just by 1 goal. It's just a respectable performance, because that's where you can already see that was Ipswich Town away, bro. Ipswich Town. We're not ready. We're nowhere near ready to be going to big places, but we have to. The fixture list is the fixture list. We have to go there and we have to try and put in the best of performance we can. But that can really only come with a better understanding in the next 2 games. We need to see some big improvements in the next 2 games to give us a chance against Arsenal.
Because, boy, if we don't, it's long. I can't lie.
Because they could feast on us while we're trying to work this thing out. That's
I know,
cute.
they could feast. Yeah.
But they've got their thing worked out. Yeah.
Yes.
And they know they can't afford no more slip-ups. But any more slip-ups, they're out the title race.
Every
they can't
training
drop
session.
points before
Every
Liverpool
training session is crucial. That's why Ruben Amorim doesn't want to do press conferences.
Exactly. And I respect it.
Oh, man. But listen, people, make sure, guys, big up to Oxford Natural for the sponsorship on the channel. Make sure you check them out, people. Use the code Saeed TV 70 at checkout for your latest 70% off your first order. Shout out to Oxford Natural. But Flex,
get on it, guys. Use that QR code Oxford Natural. Go in live. Get your Optimum capsules, man. You know what I'm saying? Get optimized. You know what it is, man. So
that's it.
You lot
and United can get optimized. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Get on it.
Get on it. Flex, United View. We're out, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace. Big up.